And we're live, welcome along, it's Formula Aero Season 3 time. We're here for Tier 2 around the Spanish Grand Prix circuit. I'm here joined, as I typically was last season, but won't be very much this season, by Quiet Boy. How's it going, Quiet Boy? Welcome to Spain.
Yes, thank you, Leo. Yes, I think obviously I'll not be here much this season, but I'm very privileged to be here for the opener. I think, I definitely think this season's going to be a very good season. Obviously, we are back to 2 tiers this season in Arrow, and I think this one will be very good as well.
Beautiful, beautiful. Apparently, yes, he's already trying to talk to Yari in the chat, but Quiet Boy, I'm going to relinquish full control of the stream to you. I got home, guys, about 30 minutes ago. Well, no, about 40. Put some food on, forgot to cook pasta, so now I'm kind of in the mud. So, Quiet Boy, you've heard what I've done for the entire, last 5 seasons. You go ahead and work some magic.
Yep, well, this season, I think there's going to be a few contenders for who could probably realistically win this. At least I think definitely Vinny and Metal definitely have a strong chance as well. But also a lot of people can improve this season, and I think there definitely will be some strong contenders for improvements as well. So yeah, I'll definitely be looking forward to it. But you're now on board with Vinny for his first lap in, well, my famous car, the William. Alright, see what he can do. I would say he'll be a very strong contender, take the lead. At least at the top. Watch this lap. Into turn 1. Nice and smooth. Don't hit the curb too much. And on your way through. Into the next turn. And Spain's usually quite, very twisty turny track, so gotta be very, very smooth before you turn, And he's keeping it very. Oh, I say that, and he's gone. Well, I did say about keeping your things precise, Vinny, but you've not done that, my friend.
Well, I can tell you this, Yari is going to be rolling in his grave. Vinny has been laughing at this guy so much for all the mistakes. And Yari's going to have some penance. Back to my pasta.
Yeah, well, that's what Spain can do if you don't, if you don't go on the par too early or too late. But now I was actually Tyler, who also as well can have a very strong season. Obviously, he was in Tier 2 last season for a bit, so he'll probably be racing all the races this season, hopefully. But we'll see what he can do. I would say, 5 square penalty for Squiffy with collision with Bro Gomez. So, there's the first penalty. A 1:14.816 by actually Tyler. So not too bad for an opening banker, but I'm sure he'll know he can do better than that. And obviously, Billy Wiz, setting the point there by going faster by over a second of 1:13.444. So not too bad from him. Real Gomez, not too bad either. 1:14.0. I mean, they're all setting the times now, and they're all seemingly around the 1:13s or 14s. There seems to be a bit of a split between, second and third at the moment. It's the A team goes third. Well, Bosley's as well, obviously a very known Tier 2 driver. He's been around for a while now. He was obviously in the Red Bull last season. Usually at the back of the field, but to be fair, going P2 actually quite good from him, so he'll be very happy with that. Let's see if anyone else is on the lap. Jack yes, he's retired. So nothing new there in my eyes, especially from last season. Jack is well known for his retirement, so
that's going to be the pit wall, Quiet Boy. That is going to be the pit wall.
Oh my word.
I guarantee you he stacked it Mingleding with a great starting lap as well. 13-1. Now back to my pasta.
Yeah, and then the other RB, Body was finished in lap, he's coming to the pit, so I don't really think anyone else is on a lap. Not that I can see. Everyone else has done their laps, I think. Ollie 1G, he's on a lap. So obviously he was in he was in Tier 2 last season. I remember when I was in FA2 start of the season, back in season 1, he substituted in for the McLaren at Monaco, and he scored some points in his debut race, so he was proud of himself for that race. I remember that. So I'll be interested to see what he can do this season, because I think he can definitely improve a lot, especially because this obviously Tier 2, so it should be around his pace, so hopefully see what he can do. He comes through now, getting past some traffic. I mean, obviously, like, as well, the strong contenders for this season, at least two, I think, will probably get this or be high up the table in my eyes, are probably Metal, Billy Wiz, and, well, Mingledink. Well, obviously he's new, so we'll have to see, but, well, he set the pace by going 3/10 ahead of everyone, so anyway, all he wants is to the line. Goes nice, not too bad. He'll know he can do better, but I'm sure he will. There's lots of time for these drivers to find anyway. Now, on board with Vinny. Obviously spun on his first lap, so I will hope this time he will probably do better.
Yeah, and I have returned, Quiet Boy. That pasta is all gone. It was practically room temperature by the time I was getting to it. Thank God for the bit of chili I put into it, because that really made it like 5 times better. Vinny's first sector, though, looking very good. He was about a 10th down on where he was on his opening lap, but that's not really what matters. That rear end staying stable is what will count on this lap, and I can tell you from vast experiences making setups on this track, yeah, that rear end is never stable, especially on a qualifying lap around here where you're pushing those tyres to the absolute limit. As he comes to the end of Sector 2, I think this is a mile ahead of what we've seen so far, maybe a couple tenths from where I've been keeping my eye. And through the final sector, though, this is really the one corner now you need the car to hang on, because it decides your run right to the end of the lap. Can he have it hold through the final corner? On board with him, very tentative on the steering. But this is certainly indicative of pole, and currently provisional pole does go Vinny's way.
Yeah, and I think I definitely expected that, because obviously he raced in the RC2, and he's always been there in the RC, at least in the midfield, so I would have expected him to be at the front, and he is, to be fair, for now, so we'll see what happens anyway as time goes on.
Yeah, a lot of these drivers, actually, to be fair, it was something I was going to mention this season. It's that we've got a lot of new faces this season, a lot of lesser seen faces this season. We've got some new ones.
Yeah, there's a lot of new ones this season, which is a good thing. Obviously, we do want different drivers, especially with 2 tiers as well. New drivers is always the best thing. And it's just nice to see some different competition too,
Yeah, I can tell you this as well, Quiet Boy. There's one person on this field that isn't exactly new competition, actually raced in round 1 of season 1. And not a face that many will remember. I remember him very, very well. This is a good mate of mine in real life. It's Dragon Premium, the guy that actually dragged me into this league. And the only reason I've been on commentary for the past 2 and a bit seasons at this point, and continue to do so for so long. But considering he's the guy that brought me into sim racing, yeah, he's 3 seconds off my pace right now. No, wait, no, 4 seconds off, sorry. Putting too much respect on my name right. But yeah, so hopefully I'll see him go a little bit faster today, because, he is returning after a long hiatus. But he was telling me he was setting some pretty good times earlier today, getting very high up the grid, but how much of that was a little bit of, bull from him. I think actually UU1P getting a bit impeded on this lap. He's right behind another car. Metal's coming to the line. That's straight to P2 for him. Mingledink has backed out, but Billy Wiz, interestingly enough, on a good looking lap at the moment. He's going to have a little bit of dirty air through this final corner, but a little bit of slipstream on the way to the line. It's a 13-1 for him. But where are the times going to go for all these drivers is the question. Hotshot Hippo is a mile down, has backed out of his effort. Ollie 1G seems to be starting again, and there's my mate. Dragon Premium actually starting to put down somewhat of a time as he comes through the final corner. In the car I debuted in this league, the car I drove the whole time I was racing, Season 1, and it's P6 for him. A good effort overall, and surely we'll see him come a bit more alive towards the end of the session. But Kick Sauber, considering they got one reserve in, are looking very good at the moment.
Well, they very much are. 4th and 6th. I mean, obviously, constructors will play a part in this race. As obviously, there's a few drivers missing for certain teams, but I think, Kick Sauber will definitely be happy with that for now, at least, anyway.
Yeah, and Ollie 1G, you were mentioning about him debuting in Monaco Season 1.
Yes.
Doing very well. I'm just going to see if OBS is picking this up. Okay, OBS is not picking this up. Oh my god, Mingled Ink just went half a second faster than anyone else.
Wow.
As Ollie 1G goes P8. Sorry, I had to make sure that OBS wasn't picking up the fire alarm going off in my flat right now. So, you know, absolute comedy, but we can't abandon the stream. Squiffy, currently on a 25-7, locking up actually. Does not look very confident in his car right now. Locked up on the last lap in the same corner, and yeah, just maybe a bit of a learning effort for him in this round. You know, getting caught by some people on slower laps, but it might be good to see how we can develop over this season now. You know, it looks like he might be trying to run no assists for the first time as well. You know, definitely no ABS, as he locks up majorly into that left hand, to that right hander. And surely, yeah, coming to the end of his lap. Is he even coming to the pits? I think so. Hotshot Hippo. Well, right as he was about to ram into the back.
Yep.
Of Squiffy. Disconnect from the session. Hopefully you have him added quietly. If not, I'll get him back in very quickly. Vinny comes to the line and goes faster.
Just, but he does do it. But
Ollie 1G in the wall. Absolute scenes. I'm assuming he's done the pit lane. Pit lane, very difficult around here, guys. I don't think you quite understand. Hotshot Hippo is returning back to the session. Good for him. He needed to get back in, and I think XD Tyler already on a 3rd run now as well. So entering the end of Sector 1, 4 tenths up on his previous effort. So maybe now finding the confidence in the car, finding some confidence driving this track, and able to bring himself a bit further forward in the standings through turns 6 and 7, I think it is. I couldn't tell you. And now flat through turn 8. If you're not flat through there, your setup's fucked. That's all I can tell you. And into the braking zone now. He's 1.2 seconds up. Has he just gone and like dropped some good driver on his account? Because he seems just to be hooking up the lap of his dreams right now. Flat through the right-hander and into the final corner. As long as the tyres are holding on, which they look to have quite nicely, this will be a great jump up for him. It's a 12.5. And still, if he has the tyres, the opportunity to box, get a fresh set on, and go again. That is the key for him. Both V-Carbs out on track. Andy was a couple of tenths up in Sector 1. UU1 goes P6. Both of these guys reserving for the V-Carb team. Through turn 9 goes Andy, and he is trying to hook this car up beautifully to the track. Getting it foot flat to the floor now. And it is flat out for the rest of the lap. If you've got the balls, does Andy have them? He's a little bit wide in that final corner, but it'll still be a good lap. It's a 0.5 for him in the 13s, up to P8. And we've got a decent little scrap from P6 really to P10 in terms of pace right now. Hotshot Hippo is a little bit far out for what we'd maybe think is an achievable time. XD Tyler, he'll be tight on his turnaround, but he can come back into the pits, snap on a fresh set of tyres, and go for one last time. in this session. But I think our first driver for a final run here will be Mingled Ink, who's actually... Is that his friend? That is his friend in the V-Carb, I think.
Is he getting a little... No?
No. Just a little bit of friendly banter. So let's watch along. Mingled Ink, the first of the final runs here in qualifying. What can he do? It'll be flat out down the main straight, DRS and battery being deployed all the way into turn 1. There's a Mercedes in the middle of the corner. Gets out of the way quite nicely though. Maybe just lost him half a tenth in dirty air. Now it's flat through turn 3. Can't keep that tight, surprisingly enough. But it's going to be hard on the brakes. Andy has hit the pit wall. Crab rave. And it's 2 tenths up, but he's spun and he's hit the wall.
He's done a Vinny.
He's done a Vinny.
No.
Does he have fuel in the car? He might just do, if he can recharge that battery, the chance to go again. That's all you need. It's just a chance, and everything can change for you. Will Gomez will be the next one to be on a final effort. And again, it's a marginal improvement in Sector 1. You don't get much through there unless you've really nailed a hookup. But Sector 2 is where it's all at, and right now, a tenth is the difference between where he is right now and P7. So a good few places up for grabs if he can hook up this lap, and that was a big fling through turn 6 and 7. Through the right-hander for Real Gomez, and now it's flat out. The driver who debuted, by the way, with the worst internet connection in the world, caused massive carnage in Australia Season 1. Looking to try and put on a show here, trying to be competitive. It's flat out now, all the way to the end of the lap. What can he do? It was a tenth down at the end of the middle sector. It's all to play for now. He's out of battery. What can he do as he crosses the line? He goes to P7. That's what I told you we could do. Next up is Dragon Premium. He's invalidated, and he doesn't really have the battery to go again, but maybe he will. It's worth giving it the go. Maybe he can find some time, but it'll be tricky. Hotshot Hippo is starting his final run at this stage. We've got... Who is the next one really on track? It's one of the V-Carbs, I think. No, that's UU1P starting a lap. I think it was Squiffy who's gone wide and just barely missed hitting his teammate, who was 8 thousandths down at the end of the middle sector. Fozzie's literally needs to find 2 thousandths right now to gain a position. Can he do it? Through this final sector, flat through the final corner. It's clean. He's used all the track. He's wiggling the car. He's not done it. Not enough pace in the car for him.
Then he's not been improving too much. He comes around the final corner. He might improve.
I don't think it matters. Mingled Ink has boxed, but XD Tyler on the fresh tyres. He had gravel on the tyre, actually. Unless this is a visual bug on my end. XD Tyler is a tenth down right now. Coming in to the final sector. Is he going to be able to do anything? He needs the lap of his life right now to get pole. The final sector is where it'll all count, and he invalidates. That's it over. Hotshot Hippo has found a time to put a P6 out of nowhere. He was like in the 14s, and now he's in a 13.3. But UU1P, last man across the line at this point in qualifying, the last one who'll really be on a competitive lap. He's going to come to the line. He's not happy. He's not done enough. Fozzie's is in the gravel. And we will be back in about 10 minutes, setting up the race lobby momentarily.
It's not an FA race without rain.
And we are back for the race, guys. It'll be lights out very shortly. We've got Vinny on pole, Mingled Ink in second. It is wet here in Spain, and it is lights out, and away we go. And it's a good start from pole. P2 gets away well as well, but from the third row of the grid, people dropping like flies. Hotshot Hippo has made his way up to fourth. MH has already disconnected. Absolutely incredible. Vinny still leads into turn one. From XD Tyler, doesn't kick Sauber off in the back, and that is Metal and Dragon Premium. Both drivers suffering majorly. Metal picking up a 3-second penalty already. It's absolute chaos off the start here. One of the kick Saubers still just about getting going. Oh! Ferrari in the wall. Jack NFC across the front of 18. Contact has already been made by Jack, and that lasted, what, like 40 seconds of the season. Big slides in the background, a lot of contact. Front wings are going flying. Ollie 1G into the side of Mingled Ink, and there's a virtual safety car. Ollie 1G picks up a 10-second penalty. And what the hell was that race start, Quiet Boy?
Well, I think, to be fair, people forgot how to brake there, in all honesty. I mean, people's front wings were flying off all over the place, and people were just tire hooking each other. Very chaos start. The front runners, though, got away quite well. Well, not actually Mingled Ink, down to 14th, but, well, let me see. Hotshot Hippo's missing a bit of his end plate. There's plenty missing their end plate.
Yeah, a lot of end plates missing. Oh! That's going to stink. Drive through for speeding on the VSC as we go racing once again here in Spain. And Vinny still leading the way over the XD Tyler, but XD Tyler has so much more downforce in that final corner, it seems. I think he's doing that thing he did the last time he raced in Spain by running way too much downforce. And is just completely gone on the straights. Into turn one we go. And Vinny's managed to keep the position despite the amount of pressure he was under out of the final corner. But through turn three, and this is a big chance for XD Tyler now. Vinny very wide, and XD Tyler to the inside. There's a bit of contact in the background between the V-Carb and the Ferrari. Can Vinny, though, hang it around the outside of XD Tyler? It looks like he's not been able to. XD Tyler with the better traction. Is he going to try and dive it to the inside? He is. There's a little bit of contact, but Vinny not able to maintain the place. UU1P up to third, as Mingled Ink and Ollie 1G get past the stricken Red Bull of Ollie 1G.
Yeah, something tells me Vinny might struggle in these conditions because UU1P is also getting very close. I think this is where XD Tyler might just fly off if he's got a lot of downforce, especially in wet conditions. He probably will just fly off. But I think Vinny just needs to keep his cool and hope that, well, it gets dry, essentially, I think, at this point, because I don't think he's liking these conditions. I mean, everyone's coming up the back from UU1P. Might even get him on the straight, actually, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's a poor exit for Vinny from the final corner as well. Not able to really find any purchase. I know Yari shares my setups. I'm wondering if Yari's actually giving him the wet setup, as we see Metal easily there, clearing Fozzies into turn one. Obviously a 3-second penalty for Metal as it stands, so a lot of work to be done in this race for the Kick Sauber driver. But up to P5 and into the wheel tracks of Billy Wiz, someone he is very known for racing with. And XD Tyler actually taking the Phase Monkey from Apex line through that corner, keeping it very tight just to try and straighten the car. Not sure if I'd prefer to do that, but we'll see what happens. XD Tyler, though, still extending that lead out in front. 2.6 seconds is the gap, and Vinny still just seemingly struggling in these conditions, and UU1P very wide in the background.
Yeah, you can kind of see now as well where the gap's starting to form between, well, from P1 to P2 obviously, and then it's kind of a bit of a strain all the way down to P7, and then Rogomez 4 seconds back. So I think this will definitely be the main. UU1P up in the inside. No.
Backs out of it, I think, quite wisely, Quiet Boy. That is not a place, especially in these conditions, to go wheel to wheel. As Tyler sets a 27, he is gone down the road at this point. But Vinny, you can see on the straight, he's running just that much less downforce because no one's able to pass him on the straights. They need to make a move, an opportunistic move in this part of the track, really, where you can try and switch through the dirty air. And once Vinny makes a mistake, runs a little bit wide, can the grip be found by UU1P? Into turn 4, on board with him, just unable to do anything. He's pumping the throttle right now, trying to get that car turned, trying to do whatever he can to get past the Williams, who's really struggling at this point. Is it going to dry up in this race is the big question, because if it doesn't, then Vinny is in a heap of trouble as it stands.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's just losing so much time to P1, and also the amount of people behind him. He'll just be feeling all the pressure right now.
Yeah, but that's not to say he's doing the worst job on the grid, actually. He's keeping his battery in good nick, and everyone around him, even XD Tyler in front, aren't really keeping their battery in good check, and that's probably how he's also managing to stay ahead at this point. With just that much more battery, definitely lower downforce from how we're seeing him drive. XD Tyler, yet another fastest lap, and it's a big wobble on the exit of the final corner. But just the absolute sheer grip that Vinny has in that clean air.
Billy actually might go for a move here on U1P. Will he send it?
Oh, it's a very late look, but able to slow the car down just in time. It is just a little bit of a train right now. WTech7 Vinny reminds me of one of the best drivers at forming a massive train in F1 history. Don't know if you know his name, Quiet Boy, but it's Jarno Trulli as U1P up the inside, trying to find anything he can. Vinny actually sitting on a defensive line. There's a little bit of contact, front wing to rear right. But can U1P find the traction? No. Vinny still just doing enough, but if I'm not mistaken, the rain has either gone immensely light or it has stopped entirely.
Gone. It stopped. The rain has stopped. You can tell it has. So now it's just for who thinks about what's who. Because I suppose between P2 and P7, they'll be thinking, oh, should I box early, go for the undercut, or do I stay out and wait and see how much the grip will come to? Well, how quickly will the track dry up? That's the thing.
Yeah,
actually, time stays out.
I can tell you this, all these guys are in a great position right now, Quiet Boy, and you can see as the time tumbles again. I did a race at Mexico just the other day.
He's doing it. He's going for the undercut. I thought someone would do it.
It's not going to work, Quiet Boy. I can tell you for a fact it won't work. It'll still be too wet on that track for at least 2 laps. At least 2 laps. What tyre is he even going on to? He needs to at least be on a medium. And I think that's what I'm seeing fitted to his car at this moment in time. No, is that a hard? Please tell me that's not a hard. It's a hard. Onto that car. He is not going to have any grip for about 2 laps, Quiet Boy. I can tell you that from my experience. Vinny, though, struggling still on the exit.
7 seconds now the gap is. Ugh.
Yeah, but it is drying. And that's the key here. It's drying. And if Vinny can just keep P2... once it's dry, he will run away from these guys. If he's on the dry setup that I think he is on, then everything is fine. He's took this pain early on to gain so much later in the day. UU1P, though, getting very frustrated in this train. And if we look down at Andy's delta to MH, who I don't know if actually he got back into the lobby. He is in the lobby. He's lagging around like an absolute demon, but Andy's just losing so much time. And if anyone is paying attention, they will know how much time is being lost by Andy and all of the top 6 staying out. And I think this is the right call right now. You have enough tyre left to keep playing this game of being out on the Inter until it is ready. The issue is when you're late on an intermingled ink, wheel to wheel with Will Gomez into turn 1. Can he get the move done? Big slide on the rear, but gets it done. It's a 5-second gap to the next group of cars. But if he's got that same pace he had in qualifying, anything is possible from these guys. I think MH driving, he is so decent. Oh wow. My days! MH, if you're watching the stream, your desync is worse than ever before. It's worse than Jitter Archie's, mate. Like, you're in the pits. Oh, there he goes. He's lagged back finally behind Hotshot Hippo. Probably just scared the absolute bejesus out of Jack NUFC being right in front of him, but those hards aren't going to be working yet. I think it's one more before we get it. Jack NUFC, I think, just got a warning on the entry to turn 4, so good job, Jack. Very proud of your work. I think one more lap is where it'll be at, but XD Tyler has made a shout here. He's coming in, and Vinny stays out. The divergence of strategy. Everyone else is in. Mingle Dink has gone for a spin as well. Vinny sets the fastest lap of the race by 10th over what XD Tyler did. Some yellow flags in sector 3, but they're cleared up very quickly. And now it is time. It's a double stack for Aston Martin. Real Gomez coming in on the back of XD Tyler. The gap should be big enough that he doesn't get held. But does Vinny gain to XD Tyler on this lap? Those tyres are heating up, and quite rapidly. But it's not about the temperature at this point. It is about when do the hards start actually giving grip, because it will not be for a few laps. I still thought it was too early, and XD Tyler already dropping 7/10 so far this lap, and continuing to lose time. Jack NUFC has retired from the session, and that's a virtual safety car, but, and this is a big but, okay? I think he might have hit the pit wall, by the way. Just Dragon Premium stopping on track. I think I know what he's trying to do. I just have a slight hint at what he was thinking there with the stop on track. Pull out the full safety car for me, please. Let's take a quick tyre talk while we're at it. It's hard all the way down the field. No one has committed to a medium. The hard could go to the end in theory. It'll be a little bit close. John WTech7 Vinny surely beats the pit stop. There's just no question about it. I think he'll be closer. I don't think he will have completely made up that gap. Jack NUFC says, I was trying to pull in. I avoided the first pit wall. I think he's hit the little bit of a divot that we saw on Vinny's screen. Billy Wiz picks up a drive-through for speeding under VSC. XD Tyler is coming down the main straight. Vinny is going to lose out here to XD Tyler. But how much time has this virtual safety car saved Vinny? DRS is finally enabled.
4 seconds, 5 seconds.
Yeah, he's gained about 3 seconds with that VSC. And that isn't insignificant. You know, Vinny's still going to have to go through this bit of tyre warmer that XD Tyler's gone through. Mingled Ink has retired. He's come into the pits and retired. Thank you, man. I thought we were going to have a safety car for a moment. But now, actually, this has kind of screwed a few people. Billy Wiz instantly serving his drive-through. And is now put into the clutches of MH and Andy H. You know, the two H's doing great. Daft Jones didn't expect no formation lap. I'm sorry, Daft Jones. I didn't expect no formation lap either. I think I forgot to enable it, in all honesty. Look, I'm a bit rusty. I took 2 weeks out of creating lobbies. It's kind of not my thing at the moment. Fozzie's picks up a 3-second time penalty. As he does, everyone's going to pick up 3-second time penalties today if they're not careful. But the real battle on the track right now is Tyler's just pulling from Vinny right now. It's not even, like, close. Andy H gets past MH, but I think this might be desync. Based on how that car's driving. Yep, there goes MH. Back in front of Andy H. And, yeah, MH's desync is unbelievable. I don't know if he's desynced to everyone else, but he is certainly desynced to me. The ghosting is incredible. The pace on that Red Bull is incredible. Down the main straight we go. Jack NUFC leaves the session because, of course, why wouldn't he? And into turn 1, Andy not able to do anything. Hotshot Hippo has left the session. Disconnection again for Hotshot Hippo. Absolute classic internet going on this week. And Fozzie's caught Real Gomez, or did Real Gomez get past
Real
Fozzie's?
Gomez
Can you tell me?
got past Fozzie's. So
Real
he's
Gomez
called
has
him
pace.
I know. We always said last season he was mostly down where around like the bottom at least.
No, he's mostly where Jack NUFC is right now. DNF'd and out of the race.
And he's P5.
Dragon Premium sets the fastest lap. Good on you, mate. Good on you. Keep pushing. XD Tyler just went 3 seconds faster than you. Okay,
What?
maybe you're not as good, but okay. Vinny goes faster still. Vinny might mount a charge very slowly towards the end of this race. MH is still desyncing like an absolute truck. This internet is not sponsored by iRacing, the netcode that you do not want. But can Andy do anything against Billy Wiz? Just doesn't seem to have the straight line speed. My Red Bull camera settings, oh my god. Yeah, don't worry, it's a scuffed stream for 1 week. Next week I'm actually planning to never race on this setup again. On this account again, I'm just going to set it to streaming. MH is up the inside of Andy. Is he going to make the move stick? Is there going to be contact? I don't know. Oh, MH is up in the grass, but hold on. Watch him just pop back into
He's going to reappear.
There we go. Oh wait, did he actually go into the gravel?
Oh, he might have.
I think he did. Because he's still not ended up back between Andy and Billy Wiz. And he's actually like 6.8 seconds back, and this looks semi-human, the driving. Dragon sets the fastest lap of the race once again, laying down the gauntlet to instantly be demolished by 2 seconds by the next available driver.
Yeah, actually Tyler gained like another 4 attempts in that lap at least on Vinny. The gap just keeps on getting bigger. He can deficit it, but then it goes back to being bigger, because obviously if he has more downforce, he just gains so much time, and you can tell he does.
Yeah, Vinny gains in Sector 1, loses everywhere else. Fozzie's is in the pits. Thoughts? He's on for medium. Oh, he needs a new wing. Okay. But he's in for mediums. I wonder if he didn't ring double hard, because
I don't think he did.
Interesting. MH has gotten past Fozzie's. I thought that was some desync for a second. MH. Hot shot. Hippo goes fastest by a second. No, this is just the fastest lap Grand Prix. Please, everyone, go and fit soft tyres right now. Let us see your fastest times. Submit them to the Discord at the end of this day. Is Ollie 1G going to set a fastest lap? No, just not quite good enough. Can Dragon Premium keep up his streak of fastest laps as he comes across the line? No, he can't. It's only an 18-0 from him. Tyler crosses the line, sets another fastest lap. Because why not? Vinny still not seeming to be on that same pace. It's a 17-4. If anything, this is XD Tyler's race to lose. MH. I mean, honestly, if we invite him back, is he going to desync harder? He seems to be consistently desynced from this lobby. But hey, it is comedy. It's entertainment value. All of you watching.
Actually set the fastest middle sector, so he might actually set another fastest lap here. If he can hook up the final sector, which he does, and he get another fastest lap, go on hostile, however you can do it. No.
Not quite. He was on par with Vinny, but he also had to burn his entire battery for that. XT Tyler is still burning his entire battery in the pursuit of fastest laps. And actually, Vinny, however much he's not really gaining to XT Tyler, has like a shed load of battery in comparison. He's got 60%. He could use that like in one straight and probably gain a second.
But he doesn't. Oh.
There we go. Dragon Premium. 16-4. XT Tyler can't even touch it. Just not a good enough driver. It's not the fact that he's on a hard tyre and Dragon is on a medium, I swear. Metal is going to come to the line. He goes faster still. It's a 16-4. He's closing into Vinny. He's happy as Larry. UU1P can't do anything about it. Real Gomez was about a second off the fastest lap because it's Real Gomez. What do you really expect? Billy Wiz is closing in on Real Gomez. Andy is not closing in on Billy Wiz. Hotshot Hippo is on the grass as per. Fozzie's doesn't seem to be on for a fastest lap, really. Mingleding finally leaves the session after his DNF. Only 2 DNFs, surprisingly, but,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, two DNFs, and you may as well say 3 with MH's connection issues at this point. Because he's not even back in yet, I don't think.
Look,
No,
MH's connection... Quiet boy. MH's connection issues are just a new place for him in the championship standings. It'll be constant DNFs. Or disqualifications for terrible connection, but, you know. It's him being there in spirit. He still puts some pace down, it just looks like absolute hell on our screen.
I guess now the thing is if all these drivers can actually get their hearts to the end. I mean, you said it technically is possible, but I'm sure you'd have to do a lot of tire saving to make that possible. Well, I don't know how much the tire wear is bad around here, but...
I mean, if you want to do some filibuster, I can do some quick Googling. It shouldn't make it to the end. There's the answer for you.
In theory.
In theory, I thought they could do like the 26 laps they would have needed, the 26 laps. My Googling says 19. And with the way they're pushing these tyres, apparently we could say there's 1 DNF, because when has Jack not DNF'd?
Oh yeah,
that is a good question. It's a very good question, Haxon. Why shouldn't we do it? Is Tyler too quick for FA2 from Shamrock? We'll see. I think Mingledink has had a bit of a shitter today. Just not been able to pull it together.
I think as well,
Tyler also just like did a hyper on the web. Do you not actually know? XD Tyler did a Me in China FA last season. I think that's the way we can put it, but except he didn't have a full race to do it.
Is actually going to already lap his first person. Dragon Premium has been lapped officially.
Yeah, I'll be sliding into this guy's DMs later, laughing at him for the lap down challenge that he's performing. It's halfway through the race. In theory, Quiet Boy, he could drop 2 laps down in this race. It's not even halfway through yet, and he's already a lap down. And actually, to be fair, I don't think anyone's closing in on anyone right now.
That's the funny thing. Like, I'm looking at the gaps. Like, Metal's actually lost time to Vinny, which is surprising, but he has. And UU1P isn't gaining on Metal. No one's gaining any time in anyone. Which is surprising, actually.
Really regretting putting Spain on the calendar as round 1. Really regretting not forcing a dry race. There's a lot of regrets, but we've got better races coming up in this championship. MH is an absolute disaster class by his internet. MH is also apparently asking for another invite. You know what? You know what? We will let you pull a Jitarachi, MH, because you're not really impeding anyone at this point in the race, because there's not really anyone to impede around you. Fozzies is closing in on Hotshot Hippo. We have some scenes coming up. That is what is going to matter here. Let me take a quick look here at the calendar. We've still not got a graphic for this season. We've just got the Google Sheet we worked on. But next up is Brazil. Quiet Boy, you had an absolute banger around there in the wet. Then we've got Jeddah. We've got Miami, which I'm hoping brings some good racing. Bahrain, you'll always have some good racing, but it's a bit of a mid-track. Silverstone has never been bad in this league. Belgium, again, has never done bad in this league. Kota, I might be biased towards. Monza, I had an absolute shitter on. ST, you actually got disqualified from that race about 3 months later, which is the entire reason you lost the championship. You did not win that day. But the big battle that's about to hopefully happen is the 2 titans. Fozzie's 40 against Hotshot Hippo. 2 absolute titans in sport. Dragon picks up a 3-second penalty. Why am I not surprised at this point? Hotshot Hippo is having an absolute nightmare on his traction. Because when does he not have a nightmare on traction? Now we're going to see, can Fozzies make a legitimate overtake for once in his life? We've seen him drop back in this field the entire time he's raced in Formula Aero. This is his redemption arc. FA2 And he's actually closing on Hotshot quite rapidly, even without using the battery on that straight. So there is a chance here, Quiet Boy, that Fozzies gets past Hotshot. I don't think it's going to be a battle. I think it's just going to be a clean overtake for Fozzies, as Hotshot Hippo can't even seem to get it through a corner at the moment. I don't know what his tyres are on, but they're clearly not very good. His rear's looking like 40-ish% maybe.
Here we go.
Here comes Fozzies. If he's as fast and as straight as he was before,
he is getting that.
Hotshot goes extremely defensive. Into turn 1 we go. Fozzies is going to get the switch back in turn 1, around the outside of 2. Holds it beautifully. And Hotshot, though, can he fight back? He's using the battery.
Oh, wait.
Does a Sauber round. Dragon retires from the race.
No safety car.
Somehow no safety cars. Hotshot goes back up the inside of Fozzies. And that battle is continued to go on. Vinny is in the pits. Finally, some strategy coming together in this race. I don't think he has to. His tyres look better than Hotshot Hippo's, at least from the onboard. He's going for mediums. Theoretically doable. Actually, is it theoretically doable? That's a very good question. You know, I say the word theoretical. As I think Fozzies is about to go for like a mega switchback. He makes a bit of contact. Can't get the switchback done though. He's clearly just not him right now.
Billy Wiz. Vinny in the pits fighting up. Vinny's just about days ahead of Billy Wiz. Now you'll have to... Let's see, actually now you have to get past traffic now. You got Real Gomez, but then it's going to be a bit of a gap to U1P, but...
Alright, so my information... As we see Fozzies on board, getting past Hotshot Hippo, who wants to dive back up the inside, can't make the move stick. My information says that Vinny is on the limit right now on whether he can go to the end on that medium tyre. But the undercut will be of Dreams. Hotshot Hippo up the inside. That is a dive bomb and a half from Hotshot Hippo. And I'm sure Fozzie's not very happy about that. He looks to the inside, there's a little bit of contact in the mid-corner. Surprised Fozzie's hasn't been sent round by hitting his front wing on the back of someone. And that was an incredible move. I get to see an instant replay on my screen. Fozzie's up the inside of turn 9. Does he get the move stuck? He stays on the track. He's through on Hotshot Hippo, but we're back on board with the McLaren driver who's going to send it up the inside. There is contact on his left side, but he gets back past the Mercedes driver, who's just going to have to live to fight another day. WTEC7 Vinny is through. Oh my god, is he playing DRS chicken in that corner? Hotshot Hippo is playing some DRS chicken here, and he's playing DRS chicken because he had about 2% battery coming out of the final corner. Into turn 1, he's going to go late to the inside. There's going to be contact again, but it's some great little bit of wheel-to-wheel battling between two people. We never would have thought of scoring points. Through turn 3 they go, and Fozzie's might finally have this move sealed, unless Hotshot... Oh, he thought about it. He thought about it, but not quite able to make a move stick. Into turn 4. On board, he's doing the Verstappen. There's contact, but Hotshot Hippo gets the position. This is a monumental battle. By the way, if anyone's keeping tabs on Vinny, 20 seconds is the pit loss around here, and Vinny and XD Tyler's pulling into the pits, by the way. Oh no, that's another Aston. That's Real Gomez.
Real Gomez, the 80s.
But yeah, it is a 20-second pit loss, so he needs to gain 7 to beat XD Tyler on the pit exit. And again, Hotshot Hippo and Fozzie's wheel to wheel through the final sector. Fozzie's takes the position once again. And we're going to go for another lap. Fozzie's pulls into the pits, but he's missed the pit entry.
Oh no.
Fozzie's has missed the pit entry. And he'll have to go again.
Oh no.
He's missed the pit entry. That lap, him is turning into the pit entry. What happened there, Fozzie's?
Oh.
Hit the pit wall. I have not got... I don't know how I am commentating right now. I don't know how my brain is working. It's probably all this coffee I've been drinking today. Metal is going to scare XD Tyler even more because he's pulling into the pits now. to make his second stop of the race. UU1P is in, and Vinny is going to continue his charge, now in clean air, but without DRS.com.
Oh, UU1P did not have to speed up that much. That's a 10 seconds. Oh, no.
By the way you're speaking, Quiet Boy, I think that was an absolute monumental screw up by UU1P. Fozzie's is still going at Hotshot Hippo. Somehow there's contact on the exit. They're going to be wheel to wheel nearly. He surely comes into this. Let's see. Can he pull in? Okay, he makes it this time. That was a very cautious from Fozzie's. Does he speed? He looked a bit late on the brakes. I thought it looked a bit late on the brakes.
I did look a bit late. And he's done it. He's done what UU1P did. Oh, Hotshot Hippo gets a free second for multiple warnings.
Yeah, just an update out front. Vinny is still trying to drive. Doing that very successfully right now, just closing in absolute magnitudes on XD Tyler, who is still not pitted, but this is very reminiscent of how I like to do my strategies. Just keep extending until it's not worth it anymore. Slap on a fresh set and have an absolute waffle at the end of the race. Just absolutely send it right at the end. Haxon says, knew he would speed after missing it the first time. What a chat. Yeah, so Fozzie's, I mean, yeah, he's like 1 for 2 on pit entries this season. We've just got to remember that. We'll start tracking these sorts of stats now. I think that would be really funny come the end of the season. See who was the worst at entering the pit lane.
Hotshot Hippo in. He actually does it well. No penalties.
Hippo didn't speed. He's done better than his rival. That's all that counts. XD Tyler's in the pits. And he doesn't speed. He doesn't speed. That was pretty close, not gonna lie. Vinny does not have him. Vinny does not have him. We know that already.
Are they gonna... Oh no. I was gonna say, I'd like to think Fozzie's was gonna do the undercut, and he does, except he's gonna have to try and gain 10 seconds now to get ahead of Hotshot Hippo.
So Vinny just exited the final corner. He should come into frame any second, and the gap has only come down 4 seconds so far. And okay, well, we'll see how this goes. He's going to have about 3 laps of pace.
Oh, who's...
Oh, Haxon is just Yari. Okay, very funny. MH... Oh, Ollie1G is backwards. Classic Ollie1G behavior right here.
Billy Wiz on Will Gomez. Yeah, get past them off the P5.
Yeah, I mean, he knows how Real Gomez's internet can be sometimes. You see the space Billy Wiz was leaving for that move to succeed.
I'd actually love to check the where is the penalties to see how much people have, because Andy in 7th doesn't have a penalty and he's not far off. Well,
Andy
he's not
is still going to be ahead of UU1P.
Yeah, that's what I was
only. And he will be ahead of Billy Wiz. Andy currently is a net P5 after penalties, and now he's just dropped to P6 because Billy Wiz has got that 6-second gap over Andy in P7, who we've got to admit is doing a great job this race. He's just kept it clean. He's done everything. Quite a nice Ollie1G in the pits, retires from the session. Not surprising. MH is still ghosted. He's going to finish out this race, but he's going to be a lap down and have spent the entire race in AI. But good effort from him considering his incident. Now the battle that we really care about, the P8 and P9, is going to come back underway. Hotshot Hippo this time, the aggressor. Fozzie's will be the defender. Can Fozzie's just do like a Checo Perez 2021 level defense, or will Hotshot Hippo overcome him? Based on the corner just prior, it looks like Fozzie's may overcome him. MH is in the lobby. He might start driving. There's a slow-moving V-carb. UU1P's had a little wobble. And he's in a bit of trouble, but on board with Hotshot. Up the inside, that is actually
Yes.
very easy for him, and both of them literally on 0 battery at the end of that straight. XD Tyler sets a 14-1. I did note he was on soft.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to see how long before he bins it. Billy Wiz now on UU1P. He's going to try hang it around the outside. There's a little bit of contact. Can UU1P get the traction on the inside? Just about. Is he going to be able to do a switchback through the day? Yeah, no. He's going to tuck in behind now. And can he get a good enough run in this final part of the track to maybe have a go back down towards turn 1? No. UU1P into the pits. And surely just getting a new set of tyres on. Surely you don't retire when you've still got points. Like, this would be some Brandon Clark level scenes right now. But actually, this continues to promote Andy. Just a little bit of the order. Unfortunately, this is just Andy's true position from beforehand. Because UU1P had 13 seconds of penalties, 10 of which he's serving now. Oh my days. UU1P might come out in this. I've just realised something monumental. Where's UU1P right now? He's actually just leaving his pit box. He's not going to interfere with our favourite drivers on the grid.
Did he serve his penalty? That's what he's done. He served his penalty that he had. That's what he's done there, because he's only got 3 seconds now.
Yeah, but on board with the leader, who's just coming up behind him to lap the V-Carb driver. And that's like 3 cars we've seen physically lapped this race.
Yeah.
This is some Formula Aero scenes. No,
oh my god!
He's made the mistake! Can he get the car straightened? Vinny is going to see the slow-moving Aston on the exit. Those softs are going to be roasty-toasty now. The battle up in front just got interesting. XD Tyler maybe choosing a poor tyre to go on here. And now, he's just opened himself up to his rival in Vinny to lose out of this race win, and he's not really got the battery to defend it either. Into the final sector, how much more grip does Vinny have now? How much more confidence does he have knowing that he's not had a spin on those tyres? And XD Tyler's just absolutely minced his rear end. Because now it's all going to come down to the last few laps. XD Tyler's not really pulling away in this final sector, though. That is the concern right now. You know, where Vinny has been faster all race long is on that straight.
You can tell, because he's gaining quite a lot there. He's nearly in DRS range, quite frankly.
Yeah, Vinny now is going to be wondering, how much more life does XD Tyler have in those softs? I'll tell you, it's not much. We can once again pull up my google.com/tyre life information. If it will actually load, please do Discord bots. Discord bots like really suck sometimes. They just don't work. They don't post what you want. But while we wait to find out how much life XD Tyler probably just took out of his tyres by having a little wobble, by making that mistake, we will continue forward. That looks about right on the tyre data. So XD Tyler probably just took like half a lap of life out of them. Probably like 6% of tyre life out just in that one spin. Considering I don't have the like actual number I want, which is from the most up-to-date tyre information that I have. We might just find that works now. No, oh wait, no, the bot's up. Yeah, so he took about probably 5 to 6% tyre life out of his car. And considering that the tyres wear at about 7% a lap, those softs, that's really not going to help compared to the about 5% a lap that Vinny's wear on that medium. And those mediums only going to get better. I have a message from the driver who retired third in that race, Dragon Premium. No words for that. Utterly disgusting. I hate the wet. Disgusted with myself. Yeah, not a good race from you, mate. But, you know, next week's your day. Next week's your week, man. It's Brazil. You still have the setups. You can do this. I'm probably not going to help you, though, because, like, you know, we don't speak that much anymore. We stopped speaking once you stopped league racing. You know, it kind of fizzled out. But Vinny still there or thereabouts, out in front, and not losing as much in the middle sector. soon that not losing as much in the middle sector is going to become not losing at all in the middle sector, and then that not losing at all will become gaining in the middle sector. And that is when Vinny will mount a charge. Vinny still keeping his battery in much better condition than XD Tyler is.
Right. He'll gain, but again, it's actually Tyler's downforce that just saves him, essentially, in my eyes, because he keeps on gaining at least 2 or 3 tenths in these corners, and Vinny just can't get in the DRS yet. But you'd say at this point, those softs have to die at some point, or at least get worse for wear in 2 laps time at least, especially if he's spun.
Yeah, XD Tyler still just about managing that gap, but how hard is he going to have to push the tyres? Here comes Andy on the main straight. He's on the back of Real Gomez towards turn 1. He goes to the inside. That's very, very, very safe from Andy. Backed out so early.
I suppose he technically doesn't have to battle because he doesn't have any penalties, I suppose. But I think if he wants to actually get up the order more, he probably needs to get past him.
He needs to get past Real Gomez. That is the thing. Billy Wiz has 6 seconds of penalties. Real Gomez only has 3. And Real Gomez has just hit that 6-second mark over Billy Wiz. So the time is now for Andy. WTEC 7 Vinny, once again, not close enough to XD Tyler into turn 1. But he's gaining still. And just remember, no matter what the wear is on those soft compound tyres on Tyler's car, the tyres will be coming towards Vinny, even if the wear number is higher and Vinny is closing. He touches the grass a little bit in turn 4, and that might just be hurting him slightly. But in the middle sector, you can tell he's closer. You can tell he can feel that this race is his now. All he's got to do is pull these couple of laps together, really hook up the track to the best of his ability, and he seems to be doing so right now. Through turn 9 he goes. And now it's just all straight lines for him. It's all he can do now. 2 laps are all that remains for this man in this car, in this race, and loses 2 tenths through that right-hander to boot. Not looking good for Vinny. Maybe XD Tyler just finding a little bit more pace in that Aston Martin. A big jump over the curb. Tyler somehow hanging on and actually pulling away on that lap. But it's 2 to go. Tyler's tyres looking maybe in a bit better condition than Vinny's. But anything can happen in 2 laps. We saw what happened in one of the laps, and that was Tyler going for a big old wobble and losing out. And there's still 2 laps for anything to happen now. Here in Catalonia, through turn 4, this is the one space that Tyler, look at how cautious he's being. He's getting nowhere near that track limit anymore. He knows what that's done to him previously, and he just needs to keep himself off it. He's pulling away just a little bit now from Vinny, and this could be Vinny's charge over against XD Tyler, who's driven spectacularly this race. Andy still can't get past Real Gomez somehow, and that's just costing his race even more. UU1P
these 3
clears Fozzie's. This trio, actually, I don't think we'll go too crazy in the middle. I think UU1P, a good enough driver with enough battery just to clear Hotshot here. But Fozzie's is where the issues may lie. Vinny has closed towards the final lap. There's a spin. There's some desync there. UU1P, 10-second penalty off into the grass and gravel. And somehow kept it out the barriers. Final lap has begun for the leaders. And XD Tyler didn't get under the DRS threat from Vinny in that final sector. But how much tyre does he have left on that Aston Martin through turn 4? Now, everything has gone right for him this race. Vinny's wide. He's very wide, and that could have just cost him the race. He was close, but that dirty air maybe just costing him right at the very end of this. He's got one more opportunity if he can gain enough through these next corners to maybe get a run down this back straight, but it's not going to be enough. The pace just wasn't quite there in the wet for Vinny. That's really what's cost him today. XD Tyler has nailed the setup, nailed his driving. No, it may not have been pole position for him in qualifying, but the race has gone his way, and even with a massive mistake, he's going to come through the final corner where UU1P is in the gravel having some fun, and XD Tyler will cross the line. He wins in Catalonia. Vinny could not stop him. The potential was there, but everything fell apart at the end. Metal Medal comes home P3. 3 seconds of penalties is all he gets. And that was a great drive from him. A podium for the start of Season 3. These three hopefully have a little bit better battles in the future. P4 will be for Billy Wiz. A big old wiggle across the line. In celebration, he knows there's no way that Andy can beat him in this race. It's P5 for Andy in the end. Real Gomez drove a great race to come home 6th. Fozzies and Hotshot Hippo had some immense battles throughout this race. Unfortunately, nothing they could do to swap positions in the end. Hotshot Hippo will come home 7th with a 3-second gap over Fozzies, and I think a penalty advantage too regardless. P7 for Hotshot Hippo. Fozzies comes home P8, and what a race we had there in Catalonia. Thank you all for coming along to the first round of Formula Aero Tier 2 in Season 2. It's not Season 2, Season 3. And we will see you, well, I will see you all on Wednesday for Tier 1. I'll be joined by a special new commentary guest who we've never had before. And next Monday will be the Brazilian Grand Prix for Tier 2. Thank you all for coming along. We'll see you all next time.